Hi guys, welcome back to 100% Mag. So I hope you're all staying safe and well out there. So yesterday Newcastle United, of course, played our last pre-season friendly in Austria before we head on for our trip to Portugal. And of course, that last friendly yesterday was against none other than Mainz 05. And of course, Newcastle United come away from that game on the end of a 1-0 defeat. Now, looking at it, Newcastle played really well in the game. We did have quite a few chances to score in the game, but unfortunately we were lacking that attacking threat up top. Chris Wood had many occasions to bang the ball into the back of the net. Jacob Murphy as well also had quite a few chances to get a goal in the game. One absolute sitter chance in the game for a score for Jacob Murphy, and also Chris Wood as well had a sitter in the game to score, and they both failed at the chance that was right there before them, and this shows that we do need more signings, and it's a good thing in a way, that we lost this game in pre-season, because if we had won this game against Mainz 05, then, we would have been seeing what we seen yesterday when we start the league, that we need attacking players. We need somebody there who is going to be able to score the goals. Now, the lineup, as you can see up on screen, was pretty much the same lineup that played the second half against 1860 Munich, and the team was really good. Don't get us wrong, it was a really good team. Now, it is only pre-season, so I'm not going to be too critical towards the team here, but we definitely need attacking threats up top, because once you get past Callum Wilson, you've only really got Chris Wood, and he hasn't really proven that he's a big goal scorer for we yet. He bagged a couple of goals when he came in last season in that January window. He's bagged a couple of goals. He has helped it with the team in assists, which is a good thing, but we do need somebody who is going to be able to bang in them goals, for that time when, know that Callum Wilson isn't exactly the best in staying fit. We do know that, he is quite prone to injury. Now, hopefully he can stay fit throughout the season, but there's always going to be that looming doubt in the back of our minds, going in throughout this season, if we don't sign somebody in that attacking position, that we're going to have to rely on, Callum Wilson staying fit, because as you can see, I'm not trying to be too critical here, because it was only a pre-season friendly, but it was proven yesterday, that Chris Wood cannot be that backup to Callum Wilson, unfortunately. There is the need for a more attacking threat there when Callum Wilson isn't in the side. Somebody that I'm really impressed with at the minute with Newcastle is Elliot Anderson. He has been doing absolutely amazing stuff, on this pre-season tour to Austria. Obviously, the pre-season tour to Austria is over now, and we, of course, go on to the one against, in Portugal. The players obviously have come back last night after that game against Mainz 05. Now, talking about the goal as well in that game against Mainz 05, it shouldn't have stood really. If it was the Premier League, if it was a competitive game, that goal would have never stood. The reasons I'm saying that is purely down to the fact that, the player wasn't even 3 yards back. He was very, very close to where Kieran Trippier was taking the free kick from. And as we all know, you've got to be further back than that. You've got to be about at least 5 or so yards back from where the player is taking the free kick. And obviously, the Mainz 05 player was encroaching quite closely to where Kieran Trippier was taking the free kick. But credit to Kieran Trippier, he took it on the chin and he acted like the leader once again, and took full responsibility for the goal being scored. He went along each and every single person on the bench and says, "My bad, guys, my fault, it's my fault." And he went along every single one of them. So, credit to Kieran Trippier for that, because that shows, that he's not ashamed to take the blame for something. It wasn't even the lad's fault neither. The referee should have definitely disallowed that goal for that player encroaching right up on the free kick that Kieran Trippier was trying to take. Eddie Howe, of course, came out after the pre-season game and he says, you can make big mistakes if you don't show patience at times. Eddie, of course, said the club are looking to bring in the right players to make a difference. Of course, he was saying this to Sky Sports News. He was also talking to our official channel as well, NUFC TV, and he was talking, with the lads on there about how the game played out, and he wasn't best pleased at the result. Obviously, that's great to see, even in pre-season, it's great to see, that he does want to get the wins under the belt and get that confidence going. And like I say, we do need attacking threat going forward, because it was proven yesterday, there was a few chances where if we had had a more lethal goal scorer in there, then we would have come away with the win in the bag. And I've got to say, we've got to win against Gateshead behind closed doors in this pre-season to start it all off at Darsley Park. And we've got to win against 1860 Munich out in Austria, which was a 3-0 win, 5-1 win, of course, against Gateshead behind closed doors. And then to come into this game against Mainz 05, Bundesliga side who finished 8th in their league last season, and to take them right the way to the wire, and only for them to win the game by, a goal that shouldn't have really stood anyway, is pretty impressive, and it shows how far we've come, in such a short space of time. So I'm not going to be too critical on the lads at the end of the day. We've put in a really good showing on this trip to Austria, and the lads are back, like I say. They came back last night, right after the match against Mainz 05, and they'll have a couple of days here back on Tyneside, and then of course they'll travel out to Portugal, where we will be taking on, of course, Burnley in a behind closed doors game on Saturday. I believe it is coming up. That is behind closed doors, and then the game after that will be the game which will be a really good test for up against Benfica at the Estadio de la Luz in, of course, Portugal. That'll be an interesting game to see, how we go up against Benfica in that game. And, that will be on the Tuesday, I believe it is, after the game against Burnley behind closed doors. But it's going to be interesting. Like I say, though, we do need to get an attacking threat, a couple more signings through the door. We still do have quite a bit of time left in this transfer window. I mean, the transfer window does not close until the 1st of September, so it's quite a while yet before that window does close, and there's plenty of time, to get some more signings in. And talking about signings as well, we will talk about them in another video which will be out on the channel, of course, later on today, to talk about some updates with some players that we have been linked to quite a bit in this transfer window, and I will talk about them in that video. So do make sure to check out that one, of course, and also check out the previous video as well, where we talked about more Newcastle United related stuff. It will be on this box down here. Just click on that and you can watch what I was talking about in that video as well. And if you can, please hit that subscribe. It's right here. It does help to, of course, support the channel and help the channel to grow as well, to reach a wider audience. Helps the channel to get out there as well. And we will be trying to get some more stuff on the channel this season as well. I'll be trying to see if I can do a giveaway on the channel, but of course it will be a giveaway as in, there'll be a fee to enter the giveaway. Haven't quite worked out the fee yet, but there will be a fee to enter the giveaway for a chance to win some items, of course, and you know, if you're interested in that, then do keep an eye out for that when it is up on the channel. And of course, as always, keep it safe, and how are the lads?